The cameras stopped. The broadcast ended. The production trucks began packing up. And that is exactly when Roman Reigns made his move. What happened to CM Punk after Raw went off the air was not scripted for television. It was not produced for an audience. It was Roman Reigns delivering a message that was meant to be felt, not watched. But people were watching. Fans in that arena with their phones. Crew members who could not believe what they were seeing. And now, Suplex Rumble Nation, you are going to hear every single detail of what the Tribal Chief did to the best in the world when the rest of the world stopped paying attention. Suplex Rumble Nation, welcome back. I am your host, and I need to establish something crucial before we go a single second further. What we are discussing today happened after the cameras went dark, after the broadcast window closed, after the production team called the show finished and the arena crew began the transition from live television to post-show breakdown. In that specific window, that unbroadcast, unproduced, genuinely unscripted space between the end of Raw and the emptying of the arena, Roman Reigns attacked CM Punk. And the reason this attack is more significant than any attack that happened during the broadcast, the reason it carries implications that the scheduled programming cannot contain, is precisely because it happened after the cameras stopped. Because Roman Reigns chose that specific window, deliberately, calculatingly, with the full understanding of what it means when the Tribal Chief does something that was never intended to be seen. Subscribe if you are new. Hit that notification bell. Drop a comment with your immediate reaction to this news. Let's go into every layer of this extraordinary story right now. To understand the post-show attack, to appreciate the specific calculation behind Roman Reigns choosing the moment after broadcast to make his move on CM Punk, we need to establish the complete picture of what Raw delivered before the final segment concluded and the production feeds went dark. The March Raw broadcast had been a loaded, emotionally layered episode from its opening bell. The lingering energy of the Elimination Chamber, the Rollins and Reigns reunion, the Forbidden Casket discovery, the new power dynamics those developments had introduced into the Raw landscape colored every segment of the broadcast with a heightened significance. The roster was operating differently. The authority figures were navigating new information. The entire show felt like a story in active, urgent transition. CM Punk's presence throughout the broadcast had been impossible to ignore, because CM Punk's presence is always impossible to ignore. The best in the world brings a specific quality of attention and intention to every Raw appearance that transforms the energy of every segment he is part of. His promos cut through the carefully constructed WWE landscape like a blade, direct, personal, devastatingly accurate, leaving no comfortable pretense standing. On this specific Raw, Punk had been in a confrontational mood that went beyond his usual sharp edges. Something about the Elimination Chamber's developments, the Reigns and Rollins reunion specifically, had activated a version of CM Punk that the WWE Universe recognizes as the most dangerous one. Not the provocateur. Not the showman. The version that is genuinely, personally invested in a grievance and has the verbal and physical tools to do something meaningful about it. His promo segment referenced Roman Reigns with the specific directness that only Punk can deploy, naming things that are usually left unnamed, addressing dynamics that are usually left comfortably implicit, refusing to participate in the polite fiction that the Tribal Chief's reunion with Seth Rollins does not have implications for CM Punk's own position in the championship landscape. Roman Reigns' response, or deliberate non-response during the broadcast, was noted by everyone paying attention. The Tribal Chief was present, was aware of everything Punk said, and chose, with evident calculation, not to respond on camera. That choice, with the benefit of what we now know happened after broadcast, was not restraint. It was strategy. Roman Reigns attacking CM Punk after Raw went off the air was not an impulsive decision. Nothing the Tribal Chief does is impulsive. Every action Roman Reigns takes is the product of calculation, the specific, multivariable strategic thinking of someone who has spent years at the summit of WWE by being smarter than everyone else competing for that position. So why after broadcast? Why specifically in that unfiltered, unproduced window between the show's conclusion and the arena's emptying? The answer reveals everything about where Roman Reigns is operating psychologically and strategically in this specific chapter of his career. During broadcast, every action exists within the WWE production framework. Every attack, every confrontation, every physical statement carries the weight of the television product. It gets replayed, analyzed, responded to by authority figures, incorporated into official storyline consequences. During broadcast, Roman Reigns operates within a system that, however much he dominates it, still contains him within certain structural parameters. After broadcast, those parameters dissolve. What happens in the arena after the cameras stop is simultaneously real and undeniable, witnessed by hundreds of people, documented on personal devices, impossible to pretend did not occur while existing outside the official WWE production apparatus. It cannot be officially addressed on the following broadcast without acknowledging that it happened in a space the company does not control. It cannot be replayed from the official broadcast feed. It cannot be subject to the usual consequences that on-air incidents generate. Roman Reigns attacking CM Punk after broadcast sends a specific message that an on-air attack cannot send. It says, "I am not performing for your cameras. I am not working within your system. I am doing this because I choose to in the space where my choices are my own, and the message I am delivering is for CM Punk personally, not for the audience professionally. That is the most personal, most genuinely threatening kind of message the tribal chief can send. And he chose to send it to CM Punk specifically, which tells you everything about how seriously Roman Reigns takes the best in the world as a threat to everything he has built. Let's reconstruct the attack itself based on the accounts of those present and the footage that is circulated from personal devices in the arena with the detail and accuracy this extraordinary moment deserves. The Raw broadcast concluded in the usual fashion. The final segment wrapped. The production team's communication went from broadcast mode to post-show mode. The arena lights shifted from the specific configuration of live television to the general lighting of a venue beginning its breakdown. Crew members who had been positioned for broadcast purposes began their post-show activities. In the ring, the performers involved in the final segment were completing their post-show interactions with the remaining crowd. The live audience, several thousand fans who attend Raw events and always stay through the post-show period for the dark matches and additional content, was in the specific, relaxed energy of people who have already witnessed the show and are now in the bonus phase of their evening. CM Punk was at ringside, engaged with the front row fans in the specific, authentic way that distinguishes his relationship with the live audience, signing items, exchanging words, being present with the people who showed up specifically to see him. Unguarded, off-camera, real, Roman Reigns appeared from the direction of the backstage entrance. Not with music, not with production fanfare, not with the Bloodline or any support structure. Alone, moving with a specific, unhurried, absolutely purposeful pace that the fans near the entrance area recognized before the broader arena.